Hello, Kermit. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm good.
What's your name?
Jermaine.
Hi, Jermaine. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Now, you have a lot of solo work in this film. You don't spend a lot of time with your cast. What was that like?
Well, it was different. I am normally right in the center of all the craziness with the Muppets, you know. And this time I was shooting most of my scenes in a whole separate place. I mean, the good part was I got to work with Tina Fey and Ray Liotta, you know. Pretty intimidating fellow. Danny Trejo and all those guys.
Yeah. Are you a Goodfellas fan? Did you talk to Liotta at all about that?
Well, you know, the problem with bringing that up is that Ray immediately goes into character.
Okay.
But he did give me a few. You know, I had that. You may have seen the one scene where I have to be very tough with the prisoners, and Ray was a great source of help on that.
Yeah.
He showed me faces to make, like you know, frowny faces.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of things Muppets fans probably thought they'd never see in this movie. You don't want to spoil it for the audience, but a lot of it in the in the flashbacks and stuff in the song, or flash forwards, we want to say. Were you hesitant when you read the script that this movie was going to go to those places? We're going to see those kind of things.
You mean like the Piggy song?
The Piggy song, yeah.
Where you see us a bit older and stuff.
Yes, that kind of thing.
Well, I think it was actually fun. I have to say, we used prosthetics for that. I had wrinkles put under my eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I think it's fun.
Okay.
And the good part is that it will sustain her for a while.
Yeah.
To have seen a buggy full of small froggy pigs.
Yes.
So I'm under less pressure right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, Constantine is a new addition to the Muppet team. What was your first reaction when meeting him? Would you think it was actually just like really good casting, or were you aware that he was out there?
No, I actually brought him in for the casting.
Okay.
You know, they came to me. They said, Kermit, we need frogs. A frog who looks exactly like you, almost.
Yes.
Now that's hard for me because I don't quite see the resemblance myself. But I just brought in a bunch of frogs and did a lineup and waited for Miss Piggy not to recognize me. And as soon as that happened, we were all set.
Nice. Now, you're one of the most recognizable stars in the world. Yeah, you've been mostly in Muppet movies. Have you ever gone out for other films?
I have a couple times. But I will tell you that it's very hard for a short green actor who is not human to get parts in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Most of the kind of roles I feel I could play would go to, you know, Harrison Ford, Tom Cruise, George Clooney.
It's funny you say that because Disney, which runs the Muppets, now runs Lucasfilm. Did you talk to J.J. Abrams about Star Wars Episode VII at all?
I did. I thought maybe I could play Yoda. But, I don't really have the ears for it.
No.
You know? I got the color, not the ears. I also, we also are with Marvel. Their kind of sister. I was going to do the Hulk. But, right color, again, no muscles.
Rocket Raccoon in the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie, a talking animal.
Maybe I could play a raccoon.
Oh, okay.
Wear a fursuit.
Yeah.
No?
Now, the movie like this is a family film, and a big budget studio movie. But you're looking at a world where Disney and other studios are making huge blockbusters.
Yeah.
As somebody who's been in the business for so long, what do you think about? Is Hollywood getting crippled by these blockbusters? Do you think? What do you think about sort of the state of the industry right now?
You know, I have to say, I don't know that we've done some films that did very well. I don't know whether you call them blockbusters or not. I mean, I've always truly done this just because I like doing it. So it might make it harder with the emphasis on blockbusters to do these kinds of things just because you love it.
Yeah.
You know? Because somebody's got to pay for it.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
What do you think about video on demand streaming, these sort of new technologies influencing the film industry? Why do you see that sort of affecting your career and the industry in general?
You know, I'm no expert, but I can say I certainly enjoy it in the swamp. We don't have a movie theater, so I get to see the shows.
Yeah.
And it's odd watching television in the swamp because electrical things are dangerous. You know.
Yeah. So how do you get out to? You don't watch all your movies on TV now? Is that how do you get screeners? You must be part of the guilds.
I'm slightly less. I'm slightly less partial to on demand because it makes me think of Miss Piggy.
Oh, okay.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Everything with her is on demand.
Speaking of Miss Piggy, what are you like on set? We don't really get to see the behind the scenes of Kermit. We probably can assume what Miss Piggy's like on set.
Well,
are you like the guy about town?
Yeah, you'd probably get it right if you assumed what Miss Piggy was like.
Yeah.
She's rarely on set. She's mostly in her trailer. She even had a blue screen installed in her trailer so she could shoot her scenes from there. Very, very picky.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like to mingle. I like to be on the set between scenes. I like to. I have my little chair, you know. But I invite people to come by and say hi. I always try to greet the crew in the morning. Try to learn everybody's names, what they do. Love the craft service table. It's wonderful in England to have a craft service table because the bugs are just there automatically. Yeah, it works out very well.
Were you a fan of your human counterparts in this? Had you seen 30 Rock, The Modern Family? The
Office? I actually had a cameo on 30 Rock.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
So I've known Tina for a long time. And we did Saturday Night Live when she was, I think, the head writer. Mm-hmm. She's great.
Okay,
she's great. I love her. And Ricky I knew from all kinds of things. The Invention of Lying. I thought he was wonderful in that. And Ty, of course, is great. I think his French accent, it's actually frightening for a frog. You know?
Yes, with the whole frog leg.
Yeah, of course. I'm an appetizer in that country.
Did you? Were you a little shy in this film? I guess James, it's a big movie. Wanted to show a little bit more of your body. We get to see your legs. We get to see sort of a little bit more full body. What was that like?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it shows a whole new dimension of my character.
Mm-hmm.
Us frogs are famous for our legs. They're very, very important to us, and it serves the cause. That whole frog leg thing. Mm-hmm. So maybe people will become a little more aware.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now. We talked a little bit about the movies in general. Did you watch the Oscars this year?
I saw part of them. Yeah. I was doing so much PR for the film already. I got to bed early that night.
Yeah.
But I figured I could look up the results on Google.
Sure. What were some of your favorite movies that you saw this year?
Well, I personally really liked Gravity. I liked Sandra Bullock. She's an old pal. We worked with her on Muppets Tonight.
Yeah.
I think she was great. I like George too. I'm sorry he floated off into space forever. It's kind of tough.
Sure. You did a space movie. You could relate.
I understand. Yeah, I didn't actually go into space.
Right.
But yes. And Miss Piggy actually liked that movie too. We were watching the Oscars together. She sort of thinks of that movie as a possible weight loss program. She's working on it. Yeah.
Now, when the last movie came out, the reboot sort of, and Brett McKenzie won the Oscar for Man or Muppet, what did you guys do to celebrate with that?
Well, I spent a lot of time with Brett. He's a terrific guy, and he's actually invited me to come to New Zealand next year. And we sort of postponed the celebration because I've never been there. Mm-hmm. I've never been there, and I understand it's a beautiful place with lots of my relatives.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that.
All right, and actually, kind of wrapping up here. It's been great to talk to you. But
you too.
What is James Bobin like on set? What is he as a director? He's worked with Ali G and Concords. He's just such a great comedy background.
I think if once you're done with Ali G, you'd sort of just show up to every other movie shell shocked. So I think it was refreshing to be able to calm down with us. None of us are quite that insane. Although Ricky's a close second.
Yes.
But, no, James is nice. James is a good guy.
And the last thing, his next film is the sequel to Alice in Wonderland.
Yes.
What have you heard about that? Did you talk to him about it?
I have heard. Well, I'll tell you exactly what I've truly heard. I've heard he's going to be locked in an edit room for like 3 years. Yes. Putting the whole thing together. It's crazy. It's all blue screen.
Yeah.
But, you get to work with Johnny Depp. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I haven't even done that.
No.
I mean, at the red carpet once.
I'm sure soon.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on this film. It was a great sequel, and it was very nice to talk to you.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did.